Put your faith in the light.
Hello guys, welcome to another one of my videos. This is Lightblade. In this one I wanted to show you my full clear of the Stormwind horrific visions as a Retribution Paladin. So to make this possible I did a lot of preparations, getting consumables and testing the new foods that became available this week. But first I'll let you know my item level, talents and my Titanic research upgrades. I did this vision with 453 item level, a cloak rank 7, although it can be done with a rank 6 cloak, since the corruption protection is the same, 40%. And my talents were the basic retribution talents, just to do a lot of sustained damage without much downtime. So on the first row I chose Zeal, on the second row I chose Hammer of Wrath, the next row I chose Fist of Justice just to get more stuns, the next row was Easy row because I just took Wake of Ashes, and the next row I took Cavalier for extra mobility. On the healing row I took Selfless Healer for extra heals, and on the last row I took Divine Purpose to get more sustained damage without downtime, because Inquisition needs you to use Holy Power and you sometimes just want to use Holy Power to do damage. And Crusade is not viable because Crusade is better for big pulls and there's a lot of caster mobs in this place and Crusade's just not worth it. Okay guys, so as for my Titanic research talents, I'm using the solo build. I strongly recommend doing Vision solo, because the scaling feels easier, well at least I feel it like that, and the run basically just depends on how well you can execute your class, and this is especially true if you're trying to do these runs with random people in the group finder. I recommend not to do this, because you will most likely just waste your vessel. Because the scaling just gets a bit hard for more people and you will end up dying and just wasting your currencies. Okay, so going back to the Titanic research talents, I had I had my first talent and I used the orb operation manual. This just gives you 3 orbs to restore your sanity to full. After that I had 3 points in singular sanitation expertise for that extra 15% extra damage and damage reduction. After that I had 1 point in emergency cranial defibrillation. So this just makes it so when you die or use all your sanity, you come back full healed and with 500 sanity. So this is a really good cheat death talent that you can get from your Titanic research. I also had a point on the talent of Elite Extermination. So I strongly recommend having this talent to attempt a full clear, since it's basically 200 free sanity whenever you kill a mini elite boss or the main boss objective. So you can plan out your sanity better. Okay, let's go on to the consumables I used for this run. So first of all I had drums for heroism, since paladins don't have that, and I used them mostly on cooldown, but I did save them to get the final boss down, that's Illyria. I also had scrolls of stamina and attack power. If you're an intellect user, we'll get a scroll of intellect. I also had a flask of strength. If you're depending on your class, you will want to get agility or intellect. I also had 150% speed potions, and a really important consumable that I didn't actually use because I'm a human and I can remove stuns is the Dryanic Living Action Potion. This one is really useful to remove CCs like stuns or movement imperating abilities. And well, after that I had the most important consumable, that is the Baked Voidfin. This is a food that gives you 20% movement speed in the horrific visions. This is extremely useful since you have to click a lot of things to finish objectives. It makes you move really fast. Another food that I used was the kebab. So the kebab just restores 100 sanity if you eat it for 10 seconds. I tried using this food on cooldown, but some areas are just really annoying to use it because they interrupt your eating. So use them carefully, but try to use them on cooldown. Both of these food recipes can be learned by looting and using a book named The Tome of Unspeakable Delicacies from killing the Ensoth cultists in the Black Emperor Assault Zone. These are any of the humanoids with tentacles on their face. The small ones, not the big ones. For gear setup. So this is really important since the first attempts this week I focused on raw damage, but I failed to do 2 runs because of this. So I came to the realization that movement speed is more important than damage in these visions. Obviously damage is nice to have, but after you kill bosses, or before sometimes, you normally have to move around and click on stuff. So I used all the decent item level gear that had speed on, as well as using one 5% speed gem. This is the green gem from Battle from Azeroth. I also had 3 long strider traits from my 3 Azerite armor pieces. If you don't have long strider on your armor pieces, vampiric speed is a good substitute. On your screen you can see what each of these does, and they do stack on the movement speed part, and vampiric speed stacks on the healing as well. Okay, so also I had a Azurite Essence Minor Ripple in Space that gives an extra 5% movement speed and extra strength whenever you move more than 20 yards. So all of these are really important to have on your gear because movement speed, like I said at the start, is really important to collect stuff and just get from one place to another. Okay guys, so as for the route I took, I started in the trade district and moved to the mage quarters. These are the 2 most time consuming areas, but if you can do them fast, you can just teleport back to the cathedral and do the other 2 zones, the dwarven district and the old town, really easily. So as for the last fight with Illyria, if you have at least 500 sanity left, you can do it really easy. She does gain one ability of each of the mini bosses. My best advice here is just dodge the stuff on the ground, so don't stand on fire, don't look at the eyes she spawns because they drain your sanity, interrupt the polymorph she casts, it's the only cast she does, don't get nuked by her big AoE cast because it burns 200 sanity just line of sighted. You should save heroism or bloodlust for her, or drums if you don't have these spells, and all your cooldowns to end her as fast as possible. Remember always to eat a kebab before fighting her, because you normally have the time because she has a long RP time. So well guys, that was my first full clear of the Stormwind horrific visions. I hope you find this video useful, and well, tell me in the comments if you managed to clear the Stormwind vision this week and how are you doing it? Solo? In a group? I'll leave you guys now with my full run, and if you liked the video, hit the like button, it helps a lot, and subscribe guys. Thanks for watching.
Join
They're hunting down anyone
out of
who
range.
opposes
Valid!
me.
You can't hide from me!
We kill them, take the keys, and then kill the shots.
You sanguine!
Got the key. This big Retribution mask. Keys need to be used at the same time. You take one monolith. Now it's just us and Shaw. Let's finish this. It's done. But Stormwind is still lost.
Father, do not listen to the whispers.
I've ignored them for too long. They speak the truth, Amator, and you will hear them. I will make you hear them.
No, I will never.
The light could not save them. It will not save you. Witness the truth.
Mission exploration concluded. Initiating exit protocol.
A grim fate for Stormwind, indeed. Take solace in the knowledge that should it ever come to pass, you shall be ready.